Hello students. Now in today's session of microprocessor and microcontroller, we are going to discuss about the continuation of Unit 4, that is the AVR assembly language programming. Right now in this session we are going to discuss on the topic that is AVR assembly programs related to various instruction set which we have seen in the previous lectures and the IO port programming. Right, so in today's session basically it is converted, or it is based on the programming language and how you can write different assembly language program on this particular instruction area set for ATmega32. So let's start with the different programs given as per the program instruction. Next, that is how to check an input pin. Right, so to make decisions based on the status of a given bit in the file register, we use the SBIC and SBIS. So SBIC is used for skip if bit in IO register is clear. Right, that means if the instruction written under the SBIC, right, and the SBIC using the port bit is checked. If it is 0, then the next instruction will be implemented, and if it is not 0, then the next subroutine will be called out. And similarly SBIS, that is skip if bit if IO register is set. So it will see that the port bit which is written in that SBIS instruction is set or not. If it is set, then the next instruction under the SBIS will be implemented, otherwise it will be not implemented. These single bit instructions are widely used for the IO operations. They allow you to monitor a single pin and make decisions depending whether it is a 0 or 1. So if it is clear, then it is 0. If it is set, then it is 1. Again, it must be noted that SBIC and SBIC are the instructions can be used for any bits for the lower 32 IO register, that is port A, port B, port C and port D, including all the IO ports and so on. Right, now what is this SBIS register, SBIS instruction? So SBIS stands for skip if bit in IO register is set. That means whenever the SBIS instruction is written, as you can see in the below diagram, that is SBIS A comma B, right, where A stands for this particular port and B stands for which number of pin is need to be checked, either it is set or not. If it is set, then the next instruction written using SBIS will be skipped and it will be instructed, and the next instruction after this will be executed. Otherwise, if it is 0, then the next instruction will be executed. Right, so to monitor the status of single bit for high, we use the SBIS instructions, and this instruction tests the bit and skip the instruction if it is high. Clear? We will see how the SBIS is working in the program after completing these two instructions. Right, now second, as you can see in the program, but the program statement is write a program to perform the following. First, what we need to do, keep monitoring PB2 bit, that means port B second bit, until it becomes high. Right, and when PB2 becomes high, what we need to do is we need to do two things. First, we need to send 45 data to the port C, that means the port C is our output. Right, and we need to also send high to low. First, that means high, that is set, and second, that means low, that is 0, using SBI and CBI clear instructions. Right, to PD3, that means port D3. Then again also port D3 is also working as a output port. So first of all, what we will do is we need to check that particular PB2 bit. So port B second bit will be working as an input. So what we need to do is we need to give 0 on PB2 bit. So first instruction is CBI DDRB comma 2. That means in DDRB register, second bit of port B is cleared. That means it will work as a input. Then whole port C has to send 45, that is 8-bit data. So port C will be again as the output port. So we will use two instructions, that is LDI R16, 0xFF and out DDRC, R16. That means whole port C, all the 8 bits will be working as a output port. And last, what we need to do is PD3, that means port D third bit also as a output port. So we will make one in the PD3. So SBI DDRD comma 3. Clear? Now what we need to do is we need to check this PB2 bit. So SBIS pin B comma 2. That means pin port B is working, port B second bit is working as input. So pin instruction will be used. So we will check if it is set or not using SBIS instruction. If it is set, right, then what we need to do is we need to skip this particular under instruction, that is rjump again, right? But if it is low, that means it is 0, then it will continuously monitoring that particular bit. So rjump instruction will be executed, right? Now if let's say if it is 1, so rjump will be skipped and the next instruction will be executed. So what we need to do is we need to send 45 to the port C. So we will load 45 data into R16 and R16 is sent to port C using out instruction. And what we need to also send is high to low bit in port D. So first we will make SBI. So it will be a high port D 1 and then we will use CBI port D comma 3. So it will be a low instruction. Right, and again next we don't want to do anything, so there will be a continuous jump instruction, that is rjump here, right? So this is a program related or example related to SBIS instruction. Now next we will see SBIC, that is keep if IO bit register is clear. So it will check that particular port written and bit written in SBIC A comma B. A stands for port and B stands for port number, bit number. So if the bit is 0, then it will skip the instruction under SBIC, and if it is 1, then it will execute that particular instruction, right? So again the syntax is same, SBIC A comma B, where A stands for port, either A, B, C or D, port bit, and B stands for the bit number, that is either it is from 0 to 7, right? So to monitor the status of a single bit for low, we use the SBIC instruction. This instruction tests the bits and skip the instruction right below if the bit is low, right? Now let's take one example using SBIC. So in this, it has been written, assume that PB3 is an input. So we need to make port B third bit as an input bit and represent the condition of door alarm, on which the door alarm has been attached. If it goes low, that means if PB3 bit is 0, right, it means the door is open. Monitor this bit continuously, that means PB3. Whenever it goes low, wherever, so what we need to do is we need to send high to low pulse, which we have seen in the previous program, to PC5 on which the buzzer is attached, right? So what we need to do is we need to make first of all port B third bit as an input bit. So we will make 0 in DDRB. So CBI DDRB comma 3. Then what we need to do is we need to make PC5 as the output port. So we can use SBI DDRC comma 5. Right? Make sure these both CBI and SBI instructions are used for particular bit number only. Whenever we need to make whole port as input or output port, we need to use this LDI instruction and out instruction, which we have seen in the previous examples. Clear? Now, what we need to check here is PB3 is 0 or not. So we will use SBIC pin B comma 3. Right? In this, we will see that third bit is clear or not. If it is clear, then rjump here instruction will be skipped. But if it is not 0, then it will be continuously monitored. Right? So let's say if it is 0, so the rjump here will be skipped. So what it will be do, what we have to do is port C we need to send high to low bit. So first SBI port C comma 5 and CBI port C comma 5 and rjump here, so it will be continuously doing or continuously monitor this particular bit, right? So this is program or example using SBI instructions. Now next program, this is the last program in which we will discuss both methods, that is SBIS and SBIC, and how program changes using both methods. So first, that is a switch is connected to a pin PB2. Write a program to check the status of a switch and perform the following. What we need to perform? First, that is if switch is 0, then send a letter N to port D. That means if the condition of switch is 0, that is closed, we need to send N letter, that is ASCII value of N to port D. And if the switch is 1, that means it is set, then we need to send Y to port D. Right? So first we need to check PB2. So PB2 will be our input pin. So SBI DDR B, 2, that will be our making PB2 as an input pin. Also we need to make port D as an output port. So we will whole port is here making as an output. So we will use LDI instructions, not SBI and CBA. Right? So LDI R16, 0xFF and out DDR D, R16. So using this instruction, we will make whole port D as an output port. Now we will check the pin D. So first here we are using method 1, that is SBIS. So here it will be checked either PB2 is set or not. So if it is set, what we need to do is we need to send Y. So SBIS pin D, 2. So pin D, bit 2 will be checked if it is set or not. If it is set, then the R jump over will be skipped, right? And what we need to send is Y to the port B. So the LDI R16 Y in a single inverter, that means the ASCII value of Y, and out port D R16 and R jump again. But if it is clear, then what we need to send is we need to send N. So SBIS is not true. So what it will do, it will jump next instruction, that is R jump over. On the over label, we have written that LDI R instruction N, out port D and R jump again. Right? So this is using SBI instruction. Now next, that is using SBIC. So what is the difference between them? Whenever we are using again label SBIC pin B, 2, right? So whenever there will be a clear, we need to send N. So the R jump over will be skipped and we will write the program of N in place of Y, which we have written in SBIS. Clear? And whenever there will be a SBIS is false, then it will be jump over. So in over, the program written will be of Y, right? So only the program of N and Y will be replaced using SBIC and SBIS instructions, right? So so here we have also seen the example using SBIS and SBIC, right? So that's all for today's session. Here we have seen that basic examples related to instruction set, as well as how the IO port programming or how to make input and output port of port A, B, C or D, right? And also we have seen that how to two instructions SBIS and SBIC, and we have seen the related programs related to it, right? So that's all for today's session. Thank you for watching.